God supposedly created the universe in 7 days. I will use the King James Version of the Bible for the passages in this video. I will read what happens each day according to the Bible and then comment on it. Day 1. In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved on the face of the waters. And God said, Let there be light. There was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So, after the first day we have day and night. But he has not yet created the sun, the stars, or the moon. Since day and night are due to the earth's rotation as it orbits the sun, and there is no sun yet, where does the light come from? Maybe God grabbed a flashlight from his junk drawer. Day 2. And God said, Let there be a firmament in the middle of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So now we have a firmament called heaven. Was not heaven created yesterday? Do we now have two heavens? Why is today's heaven capitalized and yesterday's heaven not? The firmament, also known as the sky, separates the water below it from the water above it. Sorry, the more dense water will fall to the earth through the less dense sky. God must not understand gravity, density, or the properties of fluids. An ocean above the sky is not going to happen. We still do not have a sun for light or heat. So either the oceans above and below the firmament are solid ice, or God grabbed a giant space heater from his attic. And God said, Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together to one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after its kind, whose seed is in itself, on the earth. And it was so. And earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after its kind, and the tree yielding fruit whose seed was in itself after its kind. And God saw that it was good, and the evening and the morning were the third day. Okay, we still do not have the sun for light or heat. We now have land and sea, and the land has plants. Hopefully God did pull out that giant space heater yesterday, or we have frozen to death plants on slabs of dirt in a big chunk of ice. Day 4. And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years, and let them be lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light on the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, and God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light to the earth, and to rule over the day and the night, and to divide the light from darkness. And God saw that it was good, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day. God must have slapped his forehead and said, Make a sun, stupid. Now he can put away his flashlight and his giant space heater. The moon is not a source of light, it is a reflector of sunlight. Guess God didn't know that. This must have been an extremely busy day. It took 3 days to make the earth, sky, ocean, and plants, but only 1 day to make billions of trillions of stars, planets, nebulas, black holes, asteroids, galaxies, etc. And apparently they all fit in the firmament, which is the sky. Day 5. And God said, Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that has life, and the fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moves, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. So, we have sea creatures, including whales. We also have birds. In only 1 day. strange, the fossil record shows that we started out with multicellular sea creatures. About 1 billion years passed, then we got fish, the first vertebrates. About 300 million more years pass, we get the first mammals. Whales are mammals, but it's still quite some time before they show up. Wait another 100 million years to get the first birds. Still waiting on the whales for about 50 million more years. Day 6. And God said, Let the earth bring forth the living creature after its kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after its kind. And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creeps on the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl in the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female created he them. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. We have land animals now, plus humans, both male and female. Sounds like man and woman were created simultaneously here. But then in the next chapter, man is created from dirt. Then he takes time to name all of the animals. Then woman is created from man's rib. Get your facts straight, God. What God fails to tell us, but fossils and bones do not fail to tell us, is that over a period of millions of years, starting about 4 million years ago, there were several species of humans. All but one, Homo sapiens sapiens, which are modern humans, went extinct. The most famous other human species was Homo sapiens neanderthalis, known as the Neanderthals. We shared the earth with them for about 20,000 years. Then we moved into their territory, which was Europe, from our territory, which was Africa, and they went extinct. Whether we had anything to do with that, I don't know. Day 7. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested the seventh day from all the work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because in it he had rested from all of his work which God created and made. Why does an all-powerful God need to rest? Maybe he should have broke open his Day 7 suggestions box. But no, he just called it good and goofed off for a whole day. So let's look at a few good suggestions for Day 7. Day 7, suggestion number 1. Spend it fixing screw-ups. The retina isn't backwards with a blind spot. We use the same pipe for both food and air, so choking kills us in 3 minutes. We can go without air instead of the 3 days we can go without water. A digestive system requires trillions of symbiotic bacteria to work, and an immune system that can be destroyed by a virus that is supposed to be protecting you from, and that's just the screw-ups in humans. Day 7, suggestion number 2. Issue a product warning. There are harmful viruses like Ebola, etc., and bacteria like Y. pestis, also known as the plague, etc., that can provide you with an agonizing death. Try to avoid them. Some of my creatures are parasites like malaria, etc. They will kill you or make you wish you were dead. Try to avoid them too. Day 7, suggestion number 3. Issue a common sense pamphlet of moral conduct. You are better off as a species if you do not purposely harm one another, so I suggest you do not rape, kill, enslave, steal, or lie. Blood sacrifices for forgiveness are brutal and stupid. Do not do that. If you cause harm, do your best to make it up to the person or persons you harmed. Day 7, suggestion number 4. Make it a day to process returns, often crooked or impacted wisdom teeth, useless appendix except for when it attempts to kill you, and a tailbone, plus volumes of junk DNA. Now for reality. A large gas cloud with the help of gravity and accretion created the sun, planets, comets, asteroids, and the moons. The sun came first, not Earth, plants, oceans, and then the sun. Abiogenesis got life started, and then evolution took over with 3.5 billion years of favorable mutations being selected by their environment to survive, and harmful mutations being selected by their environment to die out. creating a huge diversity of life we have today. Reality trumps mythology.